Oh, this might be the crew. I think the crew is out riding, bro. I don't know if this is them or not, though. I think that was them. I think I'm gonna go and ride with them. I don't really feel like it today. I'm gonna be out for just only a little bit because it's pretty damn cold, if I'm being honest. I did not dress well enough, so I think I'm probably just gonna go for a little solo spin, call her good. Yeah, I did not dress warm enough. I just did a long sleeve and then this like thicker hoodie. It's just not enough, bro. Honestly, it was just kind of like chilly walking out of the restaurant. It's like, that's a bad sign, you know. I'm probably gonna have to tuck for a little bit. I mean, my hands aren't bad. Like, these gloves are doing okay. I opted out of wearing my my winter riding gloves today just because I thought it would be warm enough. About 45, I think. But golly, it is just a little bit cold. I'm gonna go right here. I want to make a short talking video where I describe like my thoughts behind the question of how long it actually takes to learn to ride a motorcycle. So like everyone talking, you know, like how hard is it? Can you do it on your own? All these sorts of questions revolving around learning how to ride a motorcycle. And I want to dive specifically and talk about what I think personally on like how long you can expect for it to take to learn to ride a motorcycle. Obviously it depends heavily on a lot of different things, like, you know, if you're, that chick in the Tesla looks like she's 12, bro. What the fuck? Anyways, excuse me. But basically, it depends on a lot of things. Like if you go through the MSF course, you have a very qualified instructor, and you know, you're going through the most comprehensive style of learning that you can. It may take a little longer, but you're going to learn a lot more, a lot better. You may learn faster, whatever it may be. And then on top of that, it obviously comes down to things like, you know, how capable you are, you know, like what your age is, your physical standing, you know, so many different factors. But for the average person, I'd say anybody, you know, average age, we'll say somebody from the range of 18 to 25, probably the most likely age range of people looking into learning how to ride a motorcycle. There's numerous ways you can go about learning. I'll talk about my way, and then, you know, other ways like the MSF course, or just learning from a friend, whatever it may be. So specifically what I did in my situation is I bought my motorcycle before I even knew how to ride, which I had gotten as a piece of advice from some people online. They said, you know, just go for it, buy the bike, and then learn how to ride after that. So what I did is I bought the bike, got it insured, got it registered, everything like that. Had one of my buddies, luckily he was able to help me out with his truck. We towed it back from where I bought it, not towed it, we tossed it in the bed, and rode back with it that way. And then literally all I did was watch a shit ton of YouTube videos, you know, how to ride a motorcycle 101, and I rode around in my driveway and on my street where my house was at, and took me maybe like, gosh, a collective like 2-3 weeks before I knew how to actually like operate the thing and ride around on, you know, a city street and be comfortable with going and taking the test and getting my license. Obviously that's going to vary, you know, but that's about what it took for me. And I had a buddy that was able to help me. He rode the bike out to the actual DOT for me so I could take the test on it. Gotta get in the left lane here. So that was helpful. Took the test, you know, passed, got my motorcycle license, and then from there it's just all learning, you know, just perfecting your craft, so to speak. But some other routes that I have seen people take, and I think you can take as well, one of them, as I mentioned, is the MSF course. You can actually take, you know, like a state certified MSF course. You can just sign up for it and take it, I think, basically wherever. The MSF is actually, from my understanding, a private company that just is like the most what would we say, commended group of motorcycle instructors, and they have a certified course that you can take, and then that course translates into you not having to do the riding course to get your license, from my understanding. And so that, I don't know how exactly how long it is. I'm sure there's different variations of it, but from my understanding, you take that, it's like a few days maybe, and then from there you go and you get your license, and that's it, you know. I think that is probably the most comprehensive training, as I mentioned before. That's going to be the golden ticket to basically everything motorcycling. Hold on, I'm going to stop talking while I take this on ramp, probably for the duration of the interstate here. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a bendy on ramp because of the construction. Because I'm cold as fuck, but the adrenaline helps me out, so I don't feel that cold. Let's ride the line here. Let's paint that line. Oh man, it feels good. But back to my conversation there. So there's the MSF course. I think that is probably your quickest and best way to learn. I genuinely think you will learn quicker because you have just like a structured course that is going to take you through step by step in proven ways that people learn. Like it's just like school, you know. You're not going to learn anything quicker unless you're absolutely 100% dedicated to it. You're not going to learn anything quicker than a actual structured course that takes you through the fundamentals step by step and what's proven to work, right? And so I think that's probably your best bet if you're looking into getting trained. I really do wish I would have done that myself. But a third way is like you could just learn with a buddy. What I've done with my roommate and an old friend of mine back last year is like, I told him, I'm like, look, you can use my bike, bro. I'll teach you how to ride. Which this is obviously going to depend on who you have teaching you heavily, which I'm not saying I'm a good or bad instructor. I like to think I'm all right, but you can just learn with a friend. If they just teach you the basics, that'll get you up and riding on the road pretty damn quick. It depends on how long and how often you're doing your training sessions, but realistically, if you can, you know, if you're in season, you can ride with your buddy, say an hour a day for a week. If you ride an hour a day for a week, I feel like at the end of like a 5-day, 7-day period, you'll literally be able to ride the motorcycle. Not to a actually like sustainable level, but you will be able to sit up on the motorcycle, ride it, probably take it through the gears, make turns, and that's really all it takes. Like legitimately, at least for me and for like my roommate and my past friend, it was quick. You know, it really didn't take that long. Now, something that does help, if you have ridden like a bicycle in the past, if you're a good bicycle rider, you know how to keep your balance already. I tend to think that does help. Some people argue otherwise, but anyways, in addition, if you do have some throttle experience like jet ski, snowmobile, anything like that, that also helps. So again, a lot of variations. I think the best, in my opinion, would be to go with an MSF course, a certified course. But obviously it always comes down to you and your aptitude for learning something. But other than that, it's a pretty quick process, contrary to what some may believe. And so if you're thinking about taking that step, I would do it. I would just do it. Get yourself out on 2 wheels, baby.